What is going on, family? My fellow grim ones of the world. We are back for day 10. We have finally hit the double digits of the 15 days of Grimfel. And, July, we're a little past halfway now, and it's been a nice little Christmas in July for sure with this Grimfel, with these 15 days of Grimfel, you know what I mean? We have not really missed a single thing in the ball so far as like a song, you know what I mean? It's that simple. Like every song on this product has been great so far, so let's go ahead and just jump into stitches.
I bit the hand that fed me just to taste the blood. Addicted to the pain like it's the only thing I love. I tore apart the stitches to see what's underneath, 'cause I don't like the person staring back at me. I'm my worst critic and everything goes to shit. And I've got everyone telling me to get on with it, but I don't know where to even start. So I stitch myself together so I don't fall apart. Surrounded by the wolves and I can't breathe, but always showing their teeth. They never give me peace. I let their words get deep inside my head, 'cause everything they say fuels my emptiness. All the stress, I'm a mess, yeah. I've got words and things left to say, yeah. I gotta get it all on my chest. The vultures, and they don't miss, picking up our bones, tearing out my flesh, and they won't stop till there's nothing left. No, they won't stop till I'm fucking dead. Something that haven't fed me just to taste the blood, because I'm confusing enough, but not giving up. No, I'll never surrender. This feeling will live forever. Don't stitch myself together so I don't fall apart. Continuing to remind to every bell of stars, and in the end, I hold on to God. I hold on to God. Oh, I'm my worst critic, and everything goes to shit. And I've got everyone telling me get on with it. I don't know where to even start, so stitch myself together so I don't fall apart.
Fire. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I really like how this one is just very emotional, right? And I know I like to joke a lot about loving the emo songs and all that kinds of stuff. But this is definitely one of those examples, I think, of kind of just like pouring your heart out on the page, right? I feel like it comes like in a good place in the overall record, because like I feel like this is probably like the most this is like the softest song that we've had, like, you know, an overall, like the overall tone of this particular song on this entire album so far. We still got a few more songs to go, so there might be some more soft ones out there, but up to this point, this is definitely, I feel like, the softest song, and the overall record has definitely had like a more soft approach to it, you know, soft plunge angel and all that, you know what I mean? But again, like in any traditional Grimfel song, you get a lot of the just like raw emotion with the lyrical content, and just really kind of diving through those thoughts and those feelings in the moment. And there was a line in here that really made me think. I think it was towards the beginning.
I tore about the stitches to see what's underneath, 'cause I don't like the person staring back at me. I'm my worst critic and everything goes to shit, and I've got everyone telling me to get on with it, but I don't know where to even start. So I stitch myself together so I don't fall apart. Surrounded by the wolves and I can't breathe, but always showing their teeth and never give me peace. I let their words get deep inside my head, 'cause everything they say fuels my emptiness.
That part right there, when he says that basically the words of the wolves are what fills the emptiness. You know, there's a lot of us out here, and you might be one of those people watching right now. You might be one of those people as well, where we tend to obsessively overthink. And it's really, really bad when we get into those particular moods and we got something to go off of. Does that make sense? And it's really easy, especially in the world of the internet, right? If you want to find negativity, it's not that hard to find it. It's really not. Just open the door and you'll get there. But whoever those wolves are in your life, right? That could be so many different things. It's a shame how much power we give those people who don't even give a fuck. That in those moments. And the thing for me is like I can even recognize it, right? I can sit there and be like, you know, whatever that comment is that day that's bothering me, or whatever it is the fuck that, you know, got me on this path today. I can sit here and tell myself all day long that it doesn't really matter. I can sit here and tell myself all day long that I don't know these people. Their opinion doesn't mean anything to me, but yet it still kind of like just circulates in my brain because they have said or touched something that maybe I already personally feel about myself. And so when somebody else calls it out, it's like, well, see, you know, they saw it. You know what I mean? So like that gives me the excuse to just kind of downward spiral that way. And I like how he like equated this whole thing about basically just kind of like, you know, should I stitch myself up like because of like, you know, I'm already broke in this way. And a lot of the lyrical content we've heard like throughout this song, like, you know, we've heard Greg Grimfel talk about this stuff before. And I think we're going to continue to hear it because it's one of those things where it's just like it's a never ending cycle this way. Where whatever form of, I use the word depression a little loosely here, but I feel like depression ties into kind of all of it, right? Whatever form that you kind of have and deal with in your own life, I think it's important for someone to remind you, or for us to kind of remind ourselves that like those things that we sit there and tell ourselves over and over again about how we're not good enough and how we're not worthy of things. Someone needs to also like remind us from time to time that that's not true. And I think it kind of starts with us, right? Where we, as the individual, have to kind of get used to saying that to ourselves. And I know it's tough and I know it doesn't work every time, but it does help. You know, this is like one of those things where when I talk about like my depression and like my coping mechanisms, if you will, you know, I got my list out of all the things that do and do not work. You know, all the do not work, we stay over here. You know, we've trialed and trusted that. So we got our list of things that do work. And like when you start at A, sometimes A don't work. Sometimes you got to jump to D, and D might be okay today, or it might help a little. But then we have to jump to plan G now. You know what I mean? It's not every coping mechanism works in the moment, but they do help. And it is important to keep trying, and it is important to keep going. And it is important to just never give up that way. For the last couple of days, I've had a hard time remembering that, you know? And I just really liked this song because I feel like it kind of reminded me that we needed to kind of keep pushing on no matter how broken we might be in the moment. We can still patch ourselves up, and we gonna make tomorrow better than today was. You know what I mean? I think that's all I got for this one, guys. Make sure you go show some support to Mr. Grimfel. Tell him how much you fuck with his music. Make sure you go cop that merch for sure. You definitely gotta go cop that merch. I ain't gonna be talking about it enough. You guys need to go cop that new soft grunge merch. Do it! It's fucking fire. I think that's all I got, guys. We'll be back tomorrow for the 15 days of Grimfel. Be kind to a stranger. Tell somebody that you love them. And if you haven't joined the Foxtrot family, there's always room for you.